Hey everybody and happy Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Jason Laird with your Clear Source forecast, and check out the maps. We have got so much to talk about today, so buckle up. We'll get right into it. Okay, so long story short, we've got a bit of a weather maker knocking at our doorstep. That's going to do a lot of different things, especially here in Montana. We're looking at winter weather advisories for the high terrain in northwestern Montana. High winds expected following this system, with some of those high winds and very mild, if not borderline hot temperatures in some areas. We've got red flag warnings, in other words, increased fire concerns. So take your pick in terms of weather elements. We're going to have them over the next 24 hours. In terms of storms, as that cold front settles in here this afternoon into the evening hours, we do have a slight risk of some stronger thunderstorms today, and I'm going to show you why that is. But really the best potential for some of those stronger storms this afternoon, kind of south of Great Falls, tracking up toward Havre. So definitely keep an eye to the sky if you have plans outside this afternoon into the evening hours. Keep an eye to the sky. We do have some stronger storms that are potentially kicking up. Again, not bad. We're not, enhanced or moderate or anything like that, but there is a little bit of a concern, and here's what we're looking at. So there's a lot going on here. I'm going to keep this as simple as humanly possible. This is what is called a Skew-T chart. It's a weather sounding. The Weather Service launches balloons up into the air. Those balloons take readings. Temperature, that's the red line. Dew point, that's the green line, all right? There's areas on this map that we look for. CAPE, that's the energy in the atmosphere to help kick off some storms. There's a decent amount of CAPE today, but the one thing you got to look at too, there's some pretty stable air down at the surface. So I'm not anticipating crazy strong storms, but again, storms that do manage to kind of break through that stable layer and get up into the upper atmospheres could potentially grow a little bit. So something we'll be monitoring here very closely this afternoon. In terms of wind, the strongest wind will be immediately after this cold front settles in. That's going to be overnight tonight. So midnight to 3, likely the strongest wind gusts in the immediate vicinity of the Rocky Mountain front. It's going to be a windy one even out east. You're looking at some of those wind gusts in upwards of 40, 50 miles an hour. Again, the immediate vicinity of the Rocky Mountain front, Browning region, Shelby, Conrad, it's going to be really windy there overnight, tonight into tomorrow. It's going to stay windy tomorrow as well, and that's what's helping to really play into some of those fire concerns as well. Here's the weather system we're tracking, all right? Area of low pressure, tracking into Montana as we speak. By this evening, it's going to be knocking at our doorstep. That's going to help to kick off a lot of those storms. Think of a cold front as a bit of a shovel. Cold air, more dense than warm air. It forces that warm air to rise. We got a little bit of moisture to work with that area of low pressure. That's going to help to kick off those storms. That system will settle in overnight tonight. So as that cold front moves through, right on the line of that cold front or immediately following it is where those strong winds are going to settle in. Now, after that storm, not a lot going on. It's going to stay a little cooler. It's going to stay a little breezy for us here for the rest of the week. Even into the weekend, it's going to stay a little cool. Another cold front starts knocking at our doorstep off of the Pacific Friday, more into Saturday, Sunday. So cooler, some scattered showers through the weekend, not out of the question. Most areas temperatures 50s, 60s, that sort of thing. We're really not going to rebound temperature-wise until first part of this next week, and it's going to be a very slow rebound, it looks like. All right, so we've been talking about La Niña, El Niño, how that's playing out. Well, we still have some colder water off of the North Pacific. That's the Pacific Decadal Oscillation, negative PDO. And we're still in that transition period. You've been hearing a lot about El Niño and what that means for our summer, hot and dry. Well, as we're in this transition period, that's why we're seeing some of these kind of scattered, more consistent showers. I don't anticipate those lasting through the summer. They're going to kind of shut off, especially once we make that full swing to El Niño and we start to see that colder water off of the Gulf of Alaska dissipate. That's going to really shut off a lot of that moisture. We'll still have some stronger pop-up storms throughout the year, but it's going to really turn off the moisture. Precipitation outlooks 8 to 14 days, pretty much drier all across the state of Montana. In terms of temperatures, same thing, hotter temperatures expected to return over the next 8 to 14 as we make that shift to El Nino. Okay, quick recap for you. Showers, thunderstorms here tonight. We're going to continue to see some scattered showers through the weekend as well. Stronger wind, especially over the next 24 to 48 hours, staying breezy through the weekend but letting up. And again, a cooler weekend on tap into the first part of this next week. Thanks for joining us, as always, on a Weather Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Jason Laird. Make sure you click subscribe, share with your friends. Can't thank you enough for all the support. And we'll see you this next week. But as always, if something crazy happens between now and then, we'll break into a weather forecast for you. So stay safe, and we'll see you soon.